hi Marcia. Hi Christine. How are you guys doing? I'm doing a three-way call because I need to speak to you both.
I'm good, man. About to prepare Sunday lunch.
I am doing great, Nalicia. How about you?
Man, well, y'all know I'm going to the University of Peace Studies. Well, my lecturer gave me this assignment to do a Machiavelli, and girls, like I don't know how to relate him to Guyana. I need help.
That's easy. You see, Machiavellian tactics playing out all over in homes, in the workplace, and especially in politics.
How, girl?
Well, why don't we start with the most relevant assertions posited by Niccolo? Let's see. It is easier to be feared than loved. Marcia, you want to take this?
Sure. Well, ladies, depending on which side of the coin you ask, some people will tell you that the way our late President L.F.S. Burnham lead the country was with control and harsh penalties for persons not aligned with his ideals or the laws of Guyana.
True, he didn't play. He was fierce and very assertive. May his soul rest in peace.
Niccolo said, never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception. At the end of their previous term in office, remember the PPP had a conflicted relationship with ABC and EU countries. They used the 2020 election saga to realign themselves with the ABC and EU and cemented their position with allies in the region.
Right. Now I'm getting it. Remember, Machiavelli also said one must secure himself with the nobles and the people? This reminds me of C.N. Sharma. He used his influence with the people to gain position in politics and it cemented his position with the APNU. Remember the TV show he did, Justice for All? That was just to make the people think that he was for them, but he had his own personal agendas.
That's right, Nalicia. Another important one is eliminate the old bloodline. This can be seen whenever there is a change of government. The incoming removes political appointees and replaced them with persons aligned to their interests.
Marcia, that reminds me of the one where he said, avoid becoming hated or despised. When the PPP first went into office to deal with the emergent squatting in success on the East Coast, the strategy used was offering the option to be relocated to Graham's Hall Primary School as temporary accommodation until a permanent solution could have been achieved. It was not as favorable, and then they flooded the fields. Only those who were desperate enough took up the offer. The others eventually left. The situation was resolved with minimal use of force, and the effect of these actions were all forgotten by the general public today.
That's right, Christine. Don't increase the power of rivals. When the government took office, one of the issues on the front burner was the Guyana Venezuela border case. They retained Carl B. Greenwich, an opposition member, to lead the case. He was a fitting person to continue the process, and it created a rift in the opposition party, while showing maturity on the PPP side for including an opposition member to lead a critical national issue. All of this had to the crumbling of the party.
Let me give you one more. The end justifies the means. Russell fired workers as a means to force the government to the table to resolve the issue of river access.
Nalicia, there are so many assertions made by Niccolo, but these ones were mentioned are the most dominant ones used in politics today.
I agree with you, Marcia. But how do you link it to workplaces?
Anything that has to do with deceit, backstabbing, and so on to have personal gains can all be considered as Machiavellian traits.
Wow, true, this is interesting. You see this in your own friends and families sometimes. This makes me wonder, eh? But here now, was Machiavelli a prince?
No, Nalicia, this is often confused. He wrote a book named The Prince. It is about how a prince should be as a leader.
Oh, because that had me a bit confused. Hmm. Well, ladies, thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. Remember to mask up and sanitize, and we will talk soon. You guys take care. Have a wonderful and blessed day.
Anytime, Nalicia.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye.
To this day, the term Machiavellian connotes political deceit, scheming, and unscrupulousness. Here are some fun facts about Niccolo Machiavelli. He worked with Leonardo da Vinci. As a senior government official, Machiavelli used his powers to commission Leonardo da Vinci and appointed him Florence's military engineer in 1502. He was an enemy of the powerful Medici family. The Medici family, who were the then de facto rulers of Florence, played a central role to Machiavelli's life and works. When the Medici were ousted from the city in 1494, Machiavelli's primary concern was their potential return. To keep them at bay, he oversaw the recruitment and training of official Florentine militia. However, his army was no match for the Medicis, who were supported by Rome's papal forces. Machiavelli was not unethical himself. The prince may have gained notoriety for its ruthlessness, but Machiavelli believed in a just government. As a civil servant, he had been one of the Republic's staunchest defenders, although his treatise openly encouraged politicians to cheat, bribe, threaten, and even kill, if necessary. He acknowledged that without respect of justice, society would collapse into chaos. He wrote The Prince to regain his lost status. It was banned by the Pope. Although copies of The Prince had been circulated among Machiavelli's friends, it was not published until after his death with the permission of Pope Clement VII. The papacy's attitude towards his work soon chilled, and it was condemned by both the Catholic and Protestant churches. He became a theatrical stock character of evil. By the 16th century, Machiavelli's name had been found in the English language as an epithet for crookedness. Thank you all so much for listening. I do hope you have enjoyed our presentation, and this has concluded our presentation. Thank you again.